a Ukrainian was held in Italy for explosions on the Nord Stream gas pipeline. Italian authorities have apprehended a Ukrainian individual on suspicion of orchestrating the destruction of the Nord Stream gas pipelines beneath the Baltic Sea. The detained man, known as Sergei, is alleged to have been part of a group responsible for placing explosives on the Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2 pipelines, which transport natural gas from Russia to Germany. As you see on the screen, right away Western propaganda blamed Russia when it happened. After a while, when it didn't make sense at all, slowly the investigation went on to find someone to blame for it. And of course it became Ukraine. Now some Ukrainians who allegedly did this are still in Europe and some escaped to Ukraine. Meanwhile, Friedrich Merz, the head of Germany, said tackling the country's economic problems was proving far more difficult than he initially expected, and called for a fundamental reassessment of the welfare system as Germany's spending surpasses last year's record of 47 billion euros and is expected to rise further this year as the population ages and unemployment rises. The situation is getting worse because Germany's economy shrank by 0.2% last year after falling by 0.3% in 2023, marking the first time since the early 2000s that the economy has contracted for 2 years in a row. 59% of voters are dissatisfied with the Chancellor's performance in his first 100 days in power, and his rating is worse than even that of Scholz, who was ousted in February after SPD's worst result in modern history. Lack of cheap energy from Russia and US tariffs are destroying the German economy. And what does Merz do? Build. According to the Minister of Finance, Germany has provided Ukraine with 50 billion euros since the beginning of war in February 2022 until the end of 2024. 25 billion euros expenses for the reception of Ukraine's refugees in Germany, 70 billion euros military support, 6.7 billion euros civilian aid, 1.9 billion euros support for the Ukrainian budget. Meanwhile, the German finance minister arrived in Kiev yesterday, where he promised to send more money to Zelensky. Then Merz conceived of restoring Germany's leadership on the European continent and in the world. How? The German Chancellor believes that sending German troops to Ukraine will play a major role in this.